Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Joining you for the first show in 2019, but as always, we're going to be having a look ahead at Saturday racing in Sydney. It's a big card at Royal Randwick this weekend, so plenty of insight and analysis coming your way. As always, joined by our Chief Analyst, Mike Wood. Mate, welcome in. Glad to see you back after the break. How did it all go for you?
Yeah, thanks, mate. 2019, the year of the Golden Eagle. It's coming. That's a big year ahead for us.
Yep.
Had a great Christmas period. The kids absolutely loved it. The 3-year-old, she loves Christmas now. The first time she'll remember it. The 1-year-old, he had no idea what was going on, but I think he liked it. But definitely excited to be back, definitely excited to get back into it.
Yep.
There's a few changes on the show this year as well, Stu.
There are, and look, viewers, we'll take you through it. We're going to go for the full 30 minutes this time in 2019. The quaddie legs, it doesn't have to be all about those. We're going to be honing in on 5 legs. So, Mike, unfortunately, the quaddie's gone. You were pretty average at that at the end of the year. But in saying that, mate, the $100 hot seat, you were very good at that, so we're going to keep that on. And, of course, a new thing as well, 10% of all our winnings this year going to charity. Some really good initiative there.
Yeah, we should all be doing that, shouldn't we? We've got to make the money first, make a few dollars first, don't we? But if we do make a few dollars, we should all be giving back to charity. I've seen a bit of that on social media lately as well.
Very true.
Thank God that quaddie's gone. It was sending me grey earlier. I hated that quaddie on a Thursday night. It was so hard to pick. 5 races, loving that. But before we get into it, Stu, how was your break?
Mate, very, very good. A lot of local time, up the coast for a bit of Foster, a bit of surfing, a bit of four-wheel driving, back for the golf and the cricket. Mate, you know, I'll make every post a winner. It was good fun.
You absolutely love it, mate. You don't miss a beat over the summer. How good is the Sydney summer? It's the best, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it was a good time. But look, it's all focused on racing now. And we've got to get into it, Mike, because, look, the sun's still out. We had a little bit of rain earlier in the week. So conditions is going to be the key this week. And then we're going to have a look at all those 5 races we said that we're going to be zooming in on this year. So take us through, starting with the conditions this week for Royal Randwick.
Yeah, back to Royal Randwick, January 12 this weekend, this Saturday. The rail is out 9 metres, the all-important track conditions. The last time we were there was December 29. The rail was out 6 metres. We had a fair bias that day. It's about a soft 6 Thursday morning. It's drying out to a good 4 by Saturday. It's going to be 30 degrees on Saturday. It should be a fair bias again, maybe slightly near rails if the sun's really out and it's really hot.
Okay, and what about these 5 races? We're going to be choosing those this season, so what are we zoned in on this year?
Yeah, it was tricky to choose the 5, wasn't it? Usually we just go for the quaddie legs, but now we've got to go for the ones that we're most confident with. Let's have a look at the 9 race card and see which 5 races we chose. Race 1, there's some hot tempo in that race, over 1,000 metres. We didn't choose that. The 1,600 metre highway, a few sneaky bets there, but no focus there. Race 3 over 1,200 metres, we like that one. The 1,500 metre race plus the feature, the summer sprint. We're staying well clear of that staying race. There's a few emergencies in race 9. We're staying well clear of that as well. But we like race 7 and race 8 as well, Stu.
I like this. So the ones we can hone in on. Let's start with race 3. It is the Avery at Royal Randwick Sprint, and it is over the 1,200 metres. And Pumpkin Pie caught my eye here, Mike. This time last year was saddling up for the country champs. Obviously qualified, but this time it's returned for none other than Richard Friedman.
Yeah, he's a great trainer. He had a winner today at Muswellbrook, I think. Let's see how she's going for him. She was lame first up after a long break. 3-year-old benchmark 78 handicap. Pumpkin Pie second up after that long break. There's a couple of leaders going forward, so we think we should get a fair tempo. Good fall conditions we talked about, and keep an eye on the bias early in the day. We will definitely do that. And looking at this first race, Mike, it is race 3. Let's have a look at the market now. And on top, it is Tanico for Godolphin at $3.10. Pumpkin Pie, as we said there, this time in for Richard Friedman. We've got Ghostly there, the ex-Godolphin horse at $5. Listoon Varna looking to bounce back from that flop last start at $6. Seeking Glory, still on the way on the comeback from that tendon injury, right there at $7. And of course, we've got the strong on pacer, Catesby. Mike, Tanico, it wasn't a bad run last start, and that might be the look of the first replay we'll have a look at. Yeah, got to have a look at this replay. This is a really interesting replay, and they ran some amazing figures in this race. The winner, Clipper, and the third horse, Savannah, are both in foal, so I'm not sure it's got anything to do with that. Apparently in foal mares can perform really well, and there were some serious sectionals over the last 600 metres. Pumpkin Pie in the yellow chasing home well. Tanico in the blue quickened well, but we expected her to do that. Maybe she peaked a little bit late.
Okay, look, sometimes those ones in foal, there's sometimes excuses for those after the run.
No, apparently they're in form, and if you backed them, you made a big collect that day.
All right, let's have a look at another horse now. Strong on pacer, as we said. This is Catesby, a couple of starts back, and Michael, this horse is just going all right, and it's tough to beat once it gets out in front.
Absolutely nothing wrong with this horse, Catesby. Dry track, on pace, tough muscular type. This is a couple of starts ago in a really strong race behind Mapmaker, who absolutely loves Rosehill. He gets a claim on Saturday. He rolls forward easily with the scratching of Mad for Art. He's going to be so hard to beat, Stu.
Yeah, look, love a horse that can just do this, get out, and look, under real heavy riding here, Mike, but love the way, love the fight, and love the way it's sticked on.
Yeah, you'll love the fight, you'll love the reliability as well. He performs every single start. He doesn't quite like 1,400 metres on a wet track. That's where he went to last last start, so he should improve back to a dry track on Saturday.
Okay, there's a look at a couple of replays for race 3. Let's get into all the analysis now, Mike. We're going to start with all the form and then get into the key factors for race 3 at Royal Randwick.
First key factors for 2019. Can I remember how to do this? Tanico and Pumpkin Pie finished alongside each other in a pretty good form race, we think. Load them both up.
Okay, so it's the favourites kicking things off here for form. As we hit the key factors, Mike, who's got the most progression here?
I'd love to call Richard Freeman and find some progression for Pumpkin Pie second up, but she was a little bit lame. I think she could improve, but I'm not sure, so no gold bars there.
Okay, what about the distance this stage of prep? Some of these are staying at 1200.
Yeah, staying at 1200, but distance includes tempo for us, which I know is getting a bit tricky, but it was only a steady tempo last start. Tanico, a small, muscular sprinter, she enjoyed that. Pumpkin Pie will like more tempo. Ghost up to 1200 metres can improve. Caddisby back to 1200 metres, better for him.
Okay, so a few bits of gold there, especially for Pumpkin Pie. Track conditions, Mike, interesting. Definitely the sun's out, though. We're getting back to potentially a good.
Yeah, it should be good. He's a big, strong, muscular boy that got through the heavy last start okay, but he'll prefer the dry at Caddisby.
Okay, there's Catesby levelling right up to Pumpkin Pie here. Who gets the gun run? Pumpkin Pie with the gold here, Mike.
Yeah, could have been given a gold for Caddisby and Seeking Glory just with that on-pace run with the scratching today, but Pumpkin Pie gets the box seat behind those two leaders. She gets a gun run for sure.
Okay, look, there's a look at all the key factors there, Mike. So Tanico, not a lot of love for that horse. A few more gold bars for Pumpkin Pie. Let's have a look now. Time for a bet for race 3. Look, we've got Pumpkin Pie, pretty good each way. I was here, $4. Catesby, $9. Really good case here for it each way, Mike. And there's that favourite Tanico, $3.10, couple of lengths behind. How are we playing this?
Yeah,
$9 looks all right here.
Like we said, she's a small muscular type. Tanico, I think she's 1100 metre type. I think she'll like Canterbury again. I'll probably get my pants pulled down in this race. She'll probably win by 2 lengths, but the top 2 are the ones for us. Pumpkin Pie, if she's okay second up, if she parades well, will be so hard to beat with a bit more tempo.
Yep.
And Caddisby on pace each way all day for him.
Okay, look, there's a couple for us then. So Pumpkin Pie and Catesby in race 3. We're going to jump straight into race 4 as the second one of our 5 races, Mike. It's a 2019 membership handicap, and that man, Chris Waller's got 3 in this race. Tory Joy coming off a good win last start. We've got Bellick Success and Sea Hampton looking to recapture, well, let's say some of their better form.
Yeah, a few tricky mares for Chris Waller. Probably keeps him up at night, some of these horses. Benchmark 78. Hysterical's 5th up for Waterhouse. Waterhouse horses often peak late in their preparation. Fair 1500 metres with a couple going forward, including Hysterical. Good dry conditions, and watch out for that bias.
All right, there's a look at race 4. Let's get into all the market and the analysis now, Mike. So let's kick off with the market, and Tory Joy coming off that last start win. Didn't it lift really well to win? $3.20 there. Sea Hampton, $5.50. Geez, this horse has just always been the market. I went back a lot of starts, hasn't started under $10. It's always started under $10, I should say. Hysterical, we know, is going to be up on pace. Sweet Victory there, Mike. Mark Newman's always had a good opinion of this horse. There's Bella Success, $7. LaSurle, Extreme Bliss, and well, Stromed, this horse went on to win 4 out of its 6 last prep, Mike, so you can't discount that one.
Yeah, mare's race with a short price favourite. Interesting, isn't it? Let's have a look at Tory Joy and see if we like her with her last start win. Look, she's a P-plater in our ratings for our genuine ratings online, because she always does one thing wrong. She jumps slow, she jumps slow, she jumps slow, 3 starts in a row. Then the last 2 starts, she started racing keenly, so it's always something wrong. She was on pace this day, she was racing keenly. I think James Macker let her off the leash, but she did keep lifting. It was pretty good, Stu.
Look, love a horse that can just, well, as you saw there, pretty much got headed, but under real heavy riding here, did lift, and that's what we love here on Key Factor.
Yeah, good horse. You'd think she'd progress to 1600 metres, 1800 metres after that race, but obviously with her racing keenly, they're holding her back for now.
Okay, let's have a look at another replay here. We're going back to late November over 1500 on a good track at Rose Hill. We're looking at Strome running on from the back here, Mike, and LaSalle is also in the race.
Yeah, a bit unlucky LaSalle just here, but Strome's the one we're looking at. She's almost the forgotten horse of this race. Okay. 1100 metres first up, she was good. Straight to 1500 metres second up. A few people liked her this day. She quickened down the outside. She's so close to some decent horses like Turnberry. She just peaks late, but she's 4th up on Saturday.
Yeah, look, really like the way he just travelled there. Just getting fitter, Mike. I do like that in this race. Let's have a look now at all the form and the analysis, Mike. So Key Factors time, take it away.
Mare's race, Key Factors is going to be hard. Tory Joy got the win last start, though. She gets the gold bar.
All right, so it's Tory Joy, the favourite, just out in front for form, as you'd expect. Key Factors time, progression.
Yeah, big factor for this race. Which mares can improve at a benchmark grade? Tory Joy's definitely got upside. Sweet Victory getting deeper into preparation, and Strome 4th up, like we said.
Okay, so a few bits of gold to start things off. off. Distance at stage of preparation?
Yeah, distance at stage of prep, as it says. It includes stage of preparation. Fourth up, 1,500 metres for Strome. Much better than second up.
Okay, so gold for Strome there. Right down at some nice odds. Track conditions.
Not much doing here. We can move through the gears pretty quickly.
So Tory Joy and Strome right there. Position in run. Who's going to get it?
Well, Lascelles just going around. She's okay. She's rates okay, but she gets the gun run at least on Saturday.
Okay, look, so I haven't seen too much movement here in terms of the gold bars here, Mike, but look, it is the second leg we've picked. It's the fourth race of the day, so it's time for a bet. All those punters at home, let's have a look. We'll bring in all the ratings now. So Tory Joy, look, we've got $3.20 favourite here, but hang on, $14 has just levelled up right alongside and a couple of lengths back to the rest, including Seahampton. Well, I don't know if I'll be putting my money there.
No, $5.50, that might drift. It's the battle of the big, long, gangly types, isn't it? Those top two tall horses. Gangly horses do a few things wrong, but at least Strome's getting fit. At least Strome's a bit more professional, and at least she's massive odds each way. Again, all day for her. We think she'll firm on Saturday.
All right, we like that. So we've got a lot of value here in race 4. It's the second of the 5 we're looking at this week from Royal Randwick. Stick around after the break, and we're going to have a look at 3 more great races at this weekend. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're having a look at 5 races this weekend at Royal Randwick, and we're honing in on the third of those now. And it is the summer sprint over 1,000 metres, and Mike's single bullet. We had to wait 12 starts and 18 months for this horse to get his second win. But another huge chance here for him, right down the weights, 49 kilos for our new best friend, Robbie Dolan.
Yeah, he's a great rider. We'll talk about him later. Absolutely love his work over the summer. Open handicap. Jungle Edge is fresh, returns this to take on single bullet, a fair 1,000 metres, but Jungle Edge controlling it. He shouldn't go too slow, should he? He likes to roll along. Good dry conditions. Maybe he won't like, though. All
right, well, look, the sun is out, so we'll get into all that a little bit later. Let's have a look at the market now for this race we're looking at, Mike. It's the summer sprint. Single bullet, look, right here, but it is deep in the prep. $2.70 and favourite. Jungle Edge was hoping for the rain, but it went away. The sun is coming. $3.50. Marsupial, back to 1,000 metres. Really keen to see what you've got to say about this one. $3.90. And Frolic, well, this is a horse that went back in its early days and currently led in its trials.
Yeah, it's a hard one to figure out, isn't it? Frolic, after a long break, she was classy. 1,000 metres, though, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at good old single bullet. A couple of starts ago. We're going back in time for these replays, aren't we? Single bullet likes to peak, or doesn't like to, just does peak over 1,100 metres and 1,200 metres, especially when we back him. But back to 1,000 metres, quietly ridden, smoking his pipe if ever horse ever has, comes to the outside, and look at that, Stu.
Yeah, look, it might have surprised a few people this day, but also, Mike, you said it, back to 1,000 this day. They're really keen to see it to 1,000 this weekend.
There just aren't that many 1,000-metre open class handicaps. He's found one, and he's found one on 49 kilograms on Saturday. Thanks very much, with Robbie Dolan's claim.
Well, look, another horse that's pretty good at 1,000 metres is Jungle Edge, and like I said, hasn't probably got the wet track it's looking for this week, but we're going to have a look at this because this is a Group 1 race. It is the Moore Stakes, an absolute messy race down in Melbourne, but come on, this horse still ran pretty well.
This is carnage. We went from a benchmark 78 for single bullet. This is a Group 1 on a dry track. Back on the inside, Jungle Edge. No wet track needed. He probably should have come third. There was a few hard luck stories in that really messy race, but he's a decent sprinter on the dry as well.
Yeah, they could have finished a lot closer in that, but that's why we're going to have a look at all these replays, Mike. Time for all the analysis, though, now. It's time for form and all the key factors. Take it away.
Small field. We can't get this one wrong, can we? Jungle Edge, the class horse for form. Light him up.
All right, Jungle Edge, there he is. We know he's got the form. Now, key factors time, Mike. Who has got it?
You've got to forgive Marsupial last start. It's too bad to be true. Marsupial's got to be the one with the progression. He can improve after a recent trial. Light him up.
Okay, so it's still Jungle Edge out in front, but this race is on. Distance at stage prep, so important here, 1,000 metres.
1,000 metres, he was born to run it. Single bullet, absolutely loves it. Marsupial, worth a throw at the stumps as well. He tends to peak a bit as well. And Batterhos, the stablemate, he's a 1,000-metre specialist too. All
right, so a 1,000-metre specialist, as you said. Track conditions, no gold here.
No, all pretty much the same. Jungle Edge definitely doesn't get a gold bar on a dry track. Probably should get some red.
So it's the favourites here, Mike. Position in run, is this going to help?
Jungle Edge on his own in the lead. You've got to love that over 1,000 metres.
I was going to say, we can't leave Jungle Edge that far behind. But look, levelled up to single bullet there. These are the two favourites, Mike. So, look, I think the punters are going to have to choose in this one. They've got to go either way. Let's see if we can steer them in. So we've got $2.70, $3.50. That hasn't really helped us. But they're way out in front of the others here, Mike. $3.90. Marsupial is still right in the mix, but not on those rates.
Yeah, I'm worried about Marsupial, but I'm not going to back him at $3.90. We've been laying him all summer with success. We think it's going to be a two-horse race. The apprentices will fight it out, and the Robbie Dolan factor will kick in over the last 15 metres. Single Bullet is the one for us. Smoking his pipe again in midfield. He's got that short, sharp sprint, and he'll use it late. All
right, Single Bullet there for us. In the third race we're looking at this weekend. Now we're up to the fourth one. It's race 7. It's the ATC handicap over the 1,300 metres. And when we talk about mares in flying form, Mike, there's not many better than Sweet Deal and, of course, Organza's there. They're taking on the boys, but the mares in form, we love them.
We love them, but we don't love them giving weight to the boys. Let's see what happens in this race. Benchmark 88. Perret's first up was really classy last preparation, wasn't he? Put it all together, was more genuine last prep. A steady tempo only over 1,400 metres, only 1 litre Samadout, and good dry conditions we talked about, hopefully. OK, let's have a look at the market now. For race 7 at Royal Randwick this weekend, and it is one of those mares in form, Organza. It is on top of the betting here, $3.60. There's Parade, which was just huge last preparation, really stringing a few wins together, $4.60. Sweet Deal, as I said, just in great form, $6. Schubert there, geez, we had a nice win on that horse last preparation, didn't roll deeper into this preparation. Samadout, a nice win last start on pace, $8. And Onslaught there, mixing a little bit of form, $8, Mike. But really keen to see how Perret's going to come back here at $4.60. Yeah, really good horse. We're not going to have a look at him. The trial was quiet. It was nice. We're going to have a look at that win you talked about, Stu. Schubert on the day, he was just too good, or was he? Organza was unlucky running up the inside. She probably should have won, but there is a 7.5 kilogram turnaround in Schubert's favour on Saturday with good old Robbie Dolan's claim, and he beat her this day.
Look, you can find these weight turnarounds, Mike. I think you've got a few more to talk about as well, but look, is that going to be enough in this sort of race?
Yeah, Organza's progressive. Look, she was first up this day. She's improved since then, probably, but still her form ratings are a little bit behind him at the weights. He's really well weighted, like we said.
Yeah, good win there that day too, Schubert. Now, a couple we're going to look at here, Samadout, and again, Schubert, Mike. I was intrigued why you picked this replay because didn't really see too much from it, but again, you've got your reasons. There's another weight turnaround here.
Yeah, I hope there's reasons. We'll find out on Saturday. It looks like a hot form race, this one. Easy Eddie wins. That's Redouble out wide, who's got sweet deal form. On the inside, Samadout on the wide. Obviously, he won last start. I think it was last weekend. Schubert right there as well. Let's go through the weight turnarounds. He's got to get a 5.5 kilogram turnaround on Samadout from this race, and he also gets a 9 kilogram turnaround on Sweet Deal from the last time they met. Like we said, he's well weighted.
That's why you're our stat man here at the Race Guide, Mike. Let's get into all the analysis now, the form and the key factors. Now you can really give it a go.
You can shut the gate early. At the weights, Schubert looks really hard to beat.
Wow, and a lot of gold there for form. Let's see if anything can catch up with the key factors progression.
Yeah, Perret maybe first up won't improve. Organza, Sweet Deal, they're going so well, but maybe they won't improve deeper into the preparation now. Strathmore, you've got to say he's got some more upside.
OK, so Schubert's still out in front by a couple of lengths. Distance a stage of preparation.
Not much doing here, I don't think, for distance. Let's have a look. Nope, no go bars.
All right, track conditions, Mike.
And again, all purple, we can move on.
OK, so it's still Schubert out in front by a couple of lengths as we round the turn, Mike. Position in run. Surely someone here's going to get a good run.
Yeah, he's just a little bit tricky for Schubert. Robbie Dolan a bit wider, so he won't get the gold bar. Organza can box seat from a better barrier. Sweet Deal can sit outside the leader. Onslaught can go forward as well, and Samadout leads all on his own. OK, so Organza, Sweet Deal, Samadout all levelling up there, but Schubert just out in front. Time for a bet here, Mike. Let's bring all the ratings and all the odds. $26 on top. I don't know.
Think
That's the wrong odds.
We're not going to read that, so we're going to come in.
That'll be $6.
$3.60 Organza, Mike. Sweet Deal, $6 there. Samadout, $8. Look, Perret, $4.60. There's not too much gold for him across the page there, Mike, but you've been in the Schubert camp. Organza's been right there. Sweet Deal, come on.
Sometimes we wonder why we spend 4 hours in these races. You've got to go through every single box to tick, look at every single factor before you can be confident. But the first time you picked up the form guide, the first time you saw $6, not $26, you knew it was a really good bet. Schubert each way at $6. He's going to firm on Saturday.
All right, there's a look at that. What's that? The fourth race we've chosen this weekend, Mike. The last one we're going to have a look at is race 8. It's hashtag the races handicap over the 1,400 metres. And I'll tell you what, watching Jamie Mack on Thy Kingdom Come last start, he just pulled their pants down. It was a la Jimmy Cassidy way back in the day. I used to love it when he just used to take a horse forward and just roll.
Yeah, fellow Kiwis. I reckon James Mack might be even better. He hasn't got the flair yet, but still a lot of time to come. He's one serious jockey. Benchmark 78. Turnberry and Thy Kingdom Come both 5th up. Which one can progress? Better steady tempo only in good dry conditions. Definitely by the end of the day, it'll be 31 degrees out at Randwick.
It sure will. It's a hot one predicted on Saturday. Let's have a look at the market now for race 8. It's the last leg that we are looking at this weekend. And Thy Kingdom Come, Mike, surely it's got to be right there at the top. There it is, $2.25 and well supported. Turnberry, real tough on pace, so $3.80. So it's right there in the market as well. Chalmers, $6.50. And then out the gate there to Eagle Bay. One I'm going to mention here, Mike, Chalk, $12. Singleton Girl, Michaela Weir. She's come a long way from winning the Wallaballa Cup 3 years ago, so welcome to Randwick.
Mate, great stat. You love the country races. You'll be out there all through the championships, I know that. Thy Kingdom Come is the only replay we need to look at for this race, because there's only one question: can he reproduce? He's a free-striding, keen-going type. I think the trainer, John Thompson, must have said to try and hold him to the turn, hold him back, hold him back. He raced so keenly this day. James Mack just said, stuff this, 700 metres out, let him loose, and look what he did.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you say? I mean, he just keeps going ahead here. It's just the ride won it. You only need to look at one replay here, but you've just said it. Can we match this from last time?
I don't think it was the ride. I think it was the horse. I think if you just let him off the leash, he can win again. Linda Meach from out wide can roll forward again this Saturday. It's the only time he's ever led on his own that day. If he does it again, maybe he wins by 4 again. The form rating is good out of that race.
All right, well, let's have a look to see if the key factors can answer all that for a good bet in the 5th race that we're looking at here, Mike. Form and key factors, take it away for race 8.
Yeah, some simple races to analyse to end the day. Thy Kingdom Come, big gold bar for form. All he needs to do is reproduce that.
Okay, right out on top for the favourite, Mike, but who's got the most progression here?
Yeah, big question for him. Will he revert to lesser form? 5th up in his preparation. Turnberry probably holds his mark. Dia Dioro, a definite improver. 3rd up in his preparation.
Okay, so it's the favourite still well out in front here, Mike. Distance at stage of prep?
Yeah, most of them okay. Thy Kingdom Come should be okay at 15.
Okay, so still Thy Kingdom Come, the favourite. Track conditions?
A big track conditions play for Diodoro. If any rain comes at all, he absolutely loves a wet Randwick. He even loves a dry Randwick, but a wet Randwick would be better. Eagle Bay, he enjoyed Randwick first up last preparation. He could surprise on Saturday. There's
gold down there, Mike, but they are not catching him yet. Position in run. Who does this help?
It just set up so well. Turnberry gets the box seat, but Thy Kingdom Come comes across in his own time, lights the wick 700 metres out and flies home again.
I've got a feeling I know why you picked this race, Mike. You might like this horse. Let's have a look at the market again and bring in all the ratings, because Thy Kingdom Come, well, there was plenty in its favour there, $2.25, but that's what you want to see for a $2.25 favourite, especially when you spent so much time on this race.
Thy Kingdom Come is going to be so hard to beat on Saturday. Clear top rate. I'm definitely waiting for the mounting yard, like we said before. $2.25 on a Thursday, and I'm maybe not taking that, like we said before as well, but Thy Kingdom comes on top, and Eagle Bay can be sweeping home first up for Waller.
All right, so it's Thy Kingdom Come there in race 8 for us. So look, there's a look at 5 races this weekend at Royal Randwick. Stick around after the break, because when we come back, we're going to have a look at the full card, including the 4 other races we haven't touched, and of course the $100 hot seat will be there as well. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We've had a look at 5 big races this weekend for Royal Randwick, but Mike, there's plenty more on the card, 4 more races. I know you've done all the form and the analysis, mate, so the punters, they want some winners. So what else have you got for the day out at Randwick?
Mate, I'm loving being let off the leash, not just the 4 quarter legs, we've got the whole card. Linda Meach comes up north. She's riding the Thy Kingdom Come, but she's riding Starfall in the first race as well. The form lines around this horse are enormous. Onto the highway, Fui Sound and Smart has come through a decent Canberra race.
Good value there as well.
And they should like Randwick. Yeah, going around the favourite there. Race 6 is a staying race. Not a lot of confidence, but you don't see Progressive stay as much. Fahari's one of those. Follow suit second up, can improve as well. And Asterius, a bit more tempo, really important in race 9. If they roll along, I think he'll win the last race.
Okay, so that wraps up all 9 races, Mike. Now, the $100 hot seat ended the year in such good style last year, $761. That was profit. That is money in the bank. But this year, though, mate, we're under pressure. We've got to do it for charity. So what do we got this year to kick things off for the $100 hot seat?
Yeah, so happy with that profit last year, mate. We had a few challenges at the beginning of the last year, saying put our money where our mouth is, and we did, and we got a profit. Let's carry it on. What are we doing for the first day of 2019? Cattersby, $10 at $9.50, $25 at Pumpkin Pie. If she parades well, I'm definitely getting on. Strome's a roughie. We'll stick 5 on her. Single bullet. Robbie Dolan, we love him. $25 on Schubert as well. And we've got to put on man, after the money he's made over the Christmas period, the Robbie Dolan multi. Cattersby a place. Single bullet a win. Schubert a win. Turnberry a place. Got to make some money for charity, Stu. We're putting $100 in each for charity just to kick things off, aren't we?
That's a great start to the year. $200 in the kitty already for charity. That's only going to go up this year as we get stuck into all the racing in 2019. But it's been a good first show from us. I hope to see you out there at Royal Randwick this weekend. Check out theRaceGuide.com.au for all your horse profiling this weekend, and good luck out there Saturday.
Cheers. See you at Randwick.